Hey, it's Sadek from Vision Happy. Have there been times where you know where you want to go in life? You've got that vision ready in your head. You want to have that body that you've always wanted. You've always wanted to build this side business that you've always wanted, change careers. The list goes on. You know exactly what you want to do. And everything's in motion. You're taking action, but you just do not seem to be going anywhere. And you lose hope. So what do you do when you're in this situation? How do you overcome this, and how do you become in a lot more resourceful state where you can feel, there is certain things that I can do, and there are certain things I have control over. What do you do? Really what it comes down to is a few factors which I'm going to explain. So I'll give you an example before I go into the ways that you can overcome the situation that you're in at the moment. So as you probably know, I've had my own side business, which is coaching, which I love. But there's been times where, especially in the last few weeks, where I felt like I'm not going anywhere. I was taking all the necessary action, speaking to people, having these conversations, yet I was not finding the particular clients that I wanted. So I was feeling really down. I was feeling really negative. I was feeling really frustrated. And really what's helped is that I've had my own friend, a mentor that I speak to. And so what I did was I unloaded all these emotions, all these things that were coming across. And the thing that I picked up from my mentor, my friend, is to really have gratitude, to really appreciate the situation that you're in and how lucky you are at the moment. You're not where you want to be, agreed, yeah? But you've got so much at the moment that there are other people that don't have as much as you. Yeah, I know you're probably saying, well, this gratitude malarkey, yeah, I've tried this, I've been there, I've done that, blah, 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 whatever. What else have you got to say? Well, this is where I'm trying to allow you to kind of focus on this, is that, yes, it's important to have gratitude. And what I've been doing is I've been doing my prayers saying what I've been grateful for. But what it requires is genuine gratitude. You've got to appreciate what it is that you do have, okay? But you've got to genuinely really feel it and really believe it. That's one thing, having gratitude. So for me, what I'm really grateful for is that I've got parents. I've got my mum who supports me domestically. I live at home, and my dad who's always been there to financially support me as well. So really, you've got to really truly appreciate, even there's a couple of things, is to appreciate what you do have and really know how it feels to have that, okay? The second thing, and this is what's really worked for me, and I really would like you to try this, is that put yourself in a situation where you know of someone who's not got the things that you have, who's been in a much worse situation than you. So you could use this example, and I recommend that you try this. There's a person you may have heard of as Dr Victor Frankl. Now, if you've not heard about him or not read his book, it's called A Man's Search for Meaning. And in this, very briefly, is that this person has been in a concentration camp, probably one of the worst environments that you could be. And if it was me or you, we'd probably lose hope, because in a lot of these concentration camps, guess what happens? There's a gas chamber, and more than likely you could very well get killed in a gas chamber. So this person, Dr. Victor Frankl, had a very different mentality from everyone else. Everyone else was thinking, well, my time is going to be where I'm going to die. I've got no hope in my life. I'm tired, I'm hungry, my family away from me, so I may as well just give up. And because of this mindset that a lot of them had, a lot of them basically got killed in the gas chamber. Whereas Dr. Victor Frankl, he's someone very different. All he could think of was, how am I going to get out of this situation? How am I going to get out of this situation? How am I going to get out of this situation? And so this is what my friends shared with me about this situation, which I reflected on from reading this book, is that what was really interesting was, he had a situation where there were people that got killed in the gas chamber. But what he did was, these bodies were being loaded up into this vehicle, and what he did was he snuck underneath these bodies. Okay, imagine that, this rotting bodies, and so the vehicle stopped that was full of these rotted bodies and these, you know, dead corpses. And I think basically the driver went out to have a cigarette. So what he did was he found his opportunity to escape. So he got out underneath these bodies and literally did a runner. He ran like anything. And you know what? He got to a place where he was there. He was able to get out of the situation. So when I started reflecting on this, I thought to myself, well, if I'm not going far with someone, let me think about how I would feel if I was Dr. Victor Frankl in his situation. And I'm always grounding myself in this situation. Well, yes, I'm very grateful for what I have. Secondly, how worse could it be? And I'm always thinking about Dr. Victor Frankl and what happened in his situation. My situation is nowhere near as bad as his. But I put myself in that frame of mind and try to reframe it in a way that can allow me to think, you know what, things aren't as bad as I think they are. If I put myself in this situation, things will be so much more better. So I'm hoping that from this you can kind of reflect and use a few of these points. So I'm going to summarize this for you so you can take these 3 points away from you, and that whenever you're in a situation that you're not going anywhere and things seem really bad, think of these 3 things. Firstly, to speak to someone that you trust. Number 2, have genuine gratitude, not just normal gratitude, genuine gratitude for the things that you feel that you know you have. So that's number 2. And then thirdly, think of someone, anyone. It could be Dr. Victor Frankl, and you could use a specific example. I think to yourself, well, how worse could it be? And what's the worst a person could be in my situation? And once you can do this, it will allow you then to feel a bit more grounded, a lot more grounded. So then you know, well, hey, my situation isn't that bad. And you know what? I can do it. And I suppose I could mention a 4th tip, is to not be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard. You're taking that action. And there's a lot of people out there that are not taking that action. So that's number 4. Be easy for yourself. Relax, take it easy, go for a walk, have a cup of coffee with a friend. Do whatever you feel you need to relax. So in that way you can be in a lot more resourceful state. Well, I hope this has helped you. I really hope it has. Please like this video. Please share it with a friend who you know who's struggling, who you know has these hopes and these desires. Perhaps it can get them to change their mind to be more focused, you know, and to be more easy on themselves. And until then, I will speak to you soon. Like this video and take care. Bye bye.